Hi Salt Dough artists! What we're going to be looking at in this video is how you can make your own beads out of salt dough. So these are some that I've already made. They look kind of like giant Fruit Loops, but you can bead them on a necklace, and so you can make your own jewelry this way. So what you're going to need is you're going to need some pieces of your salt dough that you've made, and you're going to need a piece of straw. So I took a straw that I had and I cut a piece of it. So this way you're reusing it. And what you're going to do first is you're going to want to make some balls of your dough and roll it in your hand. And I would try to make them be about the same size. And one thing I would caution you with is if you're thinking, well, I want to have a smaller hole than this, Mr. Siler. I don't want to have a hole the size of a straw. When these bake, if you bake them in the oven, which is how I recommend you finish these, if you bake them in the oven, the holes get smaller. So you want the holes to start this size, because they will get smaller, they will shrink, and you want to make sure that you have a big enough hole that when that hole shrinks, that you'll be able to still put a string through it. So make a few balls for your beads. I'd try to make them about the same size, but here's the trick for making the holes. Is your first thought is going to be, well, Mr. Siler, I'm just going to jab that hole on through there. And you can, but it's going to flatten your shapes. So if you don't mind, and I'll even show you. So when I put this through there, it didn't change my shape much, but if you look at it from the side, see how much that changed it? It changes from being a ball to it being much flatter. And if you're okay with that, then that's fine. If you don't mind them being flat, rock on, and you can do it that way. I'm going to squeeze out my extra Play-Doh there so I don't lose it. But if you want them to stay perfectly round, there's a trick, and here's the trick. So don't press. What you want to do is twist. When you twist them, it's kind of like you're making a little drill. So when you're twisting it, see how I'm turning that in my hand? When you turn it in your hand, it helps it stay rounder. It's a little harder to do, but it ends up helping your beads to stay more round. But that's all you got to do. Make your balls, twist your straw through to drill your hole, and then you're ready to go. Have fun making beads and making your jewelry.